Testing, testing. The awkward audio. Hello? Awkward echoes. Checking for that. Let's take a look. To me. Okay, let's reduce that. Hello? Goodness, the audio's so low. I wonder if I can change the sensitivity here. Hello, hello. Maybe now? Okay, this sounds better. Uh-oh, here's that echo. What about now? Let's compare that to the in-game music. Okay, that sounds a bit better. So if I sit farther away from the microphone, is it still registering my voice on top of the in-game music, I wonder? Well, maybe if I mumble, yeah, it won't really come out as much, but I think I sound pretty audible. Okay, so if I speak at a normal volume like this, I'm gonna have to turn down the in-game music. How about like this? Is that gonna work well? Oh, Jesus, you can still hear even that? Okay, testing against the game music. Let's try this again. God, the sound of the mouse is so audible. I've always played Dragon, that's never gonna change.
카오스를 이론적으로 정의해볼까? 그건 1000개의 동전을 공중에 던지는 것과
I
같다.
can still sound clear over this.
하나하나의 동전이 떠올랐다가 떨어지면서 정의와 탐욕, 관용과 처형, 고난과 따분함을 결정하는 것이다. 드래곤은 누구일까? 우리는 동전의 어느 한쪽 면도 아니다. 그저 운명이 우리를 위해 움직이기를 바랄 뿐이다. 우리는 동전이 아니라 동전을 던지는 손이다. 동전이 그리는 궤적이고 동전을 흔드는 거친 바람이기도 하다. 셀 수 없는 조건에 따라 결과는 달라지지만 우리는 그 모든 결과를 파악하고 조작하려고 노력한다. 1000개의 동전이 떨어져 내리는 동안 우리는 공식을 만들고 계산해서 각 동전이 어디에 떨어질지 예측한다. 동전이 떨어진 다음에는 어떻게 할까? 우리는 상황에 따라 적당히 조절한 다음 동전을 다시 공중으로 튕긴다. 우리는 드래곤이다. 이 이론이 정의하는 범위를 넘어 카오스를 제어한다.
Chaos far beyond theory. Pretty good. I'm gonna reduce the decibel just another one. Okay, let's see if that works well. Testing it again against my voice.
카오스를
and...
이론적으로 정의해 볼까? 그건 1000개의 동전을 공중에 던지는
Oh,
것과
wow.
같다. 하나하나의 동전이 떠올랐다가 떨어지면서 정의와 탐욕,
Yeah, this is way better.
관용과 처형, 고난과 따분함을 결정하는 것이다. 드래곤은 누구일까? 우리는 동전의 어느 한쪽 면도 아니다. 그저 운명이 우리를 위해 움직이기를 바랄 뿐이다. 우리는
I wonder if this is
동전이
working
아니라
out better
동전을
for the
던지는
audio to be
손이다.
clean.
동전이 그리는 궤적이고 동전을 흔드는 거친 바람이기도 하다. 셀 수 없는 조건에 따라 결과는 달라지지만 우리는 그 모든
Since I've
결과를
already watched
파악하고
this,
조작.
I can just start. Okay, the audio seems to be a bit cleaner. Alright, here we go again. Third time's a charm. Only they didn't make some of these faces just stereotypically old. I've got to find some way to fix the mouse clicking. It picks that up so easily. Maybe this one will work. Oh, maybe not. Well, maybe I can use this as an excuse to make Wampa look more mature. The differences between colors are so subtle. It's too bad all the faces look so Asian when I look at them. Well, all the ones I pick anyway. Because, like, that one doesn't have the eyes I want. That one's old. That one looks okay, but just not the right facial structure. Ugh, it's just gonna have to... It'll have to do. Shovel jaw. Yeah, I could raise the mouth position a little bit. Oh well. Maybe I can... Hold on. Maybe... No. No. Which one was I going for? Can't remember which one I actually chose. It must have been this one. That eyeshadow is always so freaking dark. Was it that one? I guess it had to have been, because none of the others have any of the lip shades. Next. All right. I can't remember which one I went with, but I know it wasn't the bell bottoms. With the red shoes. Yeah, pretty sure that's what it was. Okay. Here we go. Let's try it. Cool. Let's get started.
Developments in Tokyo, where the military is maintaining a heavily guarded perimeter around the site of last month's terrorist attack. The Japanese government has stated that an unidentified radical political group released a biological agent in the Tokyo subway, less than 1 kilometer from Orochi Tower. Although the area has been evacuated, there have been eyewitness reports of activity inside the perimeter, including ongoing fighting between Orochi security personnel and armed civilians. Authorities are denying these reports, and the military has barred anyone from approaching within 100 meters of the temporary perimeter.
You will see the end of days. You will see the dawning of a new age. To be a monarch or a beggar. To lose everything or to become a god. To stand with us or against us. The choice is yours. Remember this.
Everything's still good? The audio's still working, I wonder? I hope.
The world trembles. You must learn or be swept away. Haste.
That's right, it's called an action mission.
The dead are rising to the siren song. Destroy them. Basic abilities are as effortless as breathing, but power abilities draw upon your reservoir of energy. Lay the dead to rest. Silence the call. Be mindful of the voices.
Listen to the voices
They
that
will
whisper
whisper
in your sleep.
You must learn focus and control. The Watchers will intervene only in dreams and only once. Every weapon becomes a unique focus for your abilities. The offering of blood is a sacred ritual. Immunity and vulnerability in an eternal dance.
Speciality Spotlight. Blood Magic. How does blood offering work? Use blood magic abilities to deal damage and increase your corruption level. Using blood magic to heal will instead increase your martyrdom level. Corruption increases the damage dealt by your abilities, while martyrdom increases the potency of all your heals. Both states consume your life energy to cast abilities. Be aware that a high corruption or high martyrdom level will make it more difficult for you to be healed. Use these special abilities to reduce your corruption or martyrdom levels.
Cool.
The Rakshasa have also come to heal the soul. Have pity, but spare them no mercy. They were once like you. The world shakes, the dead rise. You will be tested.
You
are cursed with free will.
I do so hate it when things glance off of enemies.
Revenants do not follow the call. They follow death. You cannot leave this place while it lives. Be agile. Be confident. Your life depends upon it.
To report in. We're watching you. Ah, charming. Equipment. Increases your stats, makes you a bit stronger.
Make the
Make
right
the right
choices.
choices. Fighting eternal darkness is a fool's errand. Wisdom is the light that drives the darkness away. The torch, child. We speak in metaphors because alien minds cannot decipher them. Your path will be equally puzzling. Wisdom must be your torch.
So this is a sabotage mission, which usually requires the solving of some sort of riddle or puzzle. Can you guess what the riddle is here? Well, since I've done this before, I know the solution, and it's related to those icons on the plates on the walls. You need to follow the path that they markate on the way to the other side.
You are with
You
the
are
chosen,
with the chosen, but
but
you must
make
choose
the
for
right
yourself.
choices.
Press E to drop the torch open. Oh, that's the default, I think. Oops. Oh no, where's the torch? Well. Okay, thankfully I was able to get it. Alright. So, this one's pretty simple. Oh, how welcoming.
Even if this is
This is merely a dream.
Bloodied skulls on either side.
They are the cats prowling at the walls of reality. You are the mouse. It is best to remain unseen.
Oh, goodness, okay. I was wrong. That previous one was an investigation mission, not a sabotage. This is a sabotage mission.
A clever mouse creeps carefully to avoid stepping on a trap.
You see, investigation missions typically act as quests that simply resolve through puzzle solving. But action quests and sabotage quests are similar in the sense that both of them...
It's not my place to
guide
intervene,
you to the light.
but then
Action quests or action missions involve enemies that you have to fight, whereas sabotage missions revolve around enemies that you have to avoid fighting. Like stealth missions. Minefields, some lasers. Electrified water.
where the cat walks, the clever mouse will walk unseen. A mouse cannot defeat a cat face to face.
Almost got caught there. Yeah. Three, 6, 9, 1.
Talismans can protect you, strengthen you, and focus you. But they cannot save you. Nothing can save you, but the choice will set you free one way or another.
Hurry. We have no time to spare.
Shouldn't we consult the Council of Venice first?
Now is not the time for argument.
What was that? Something's coming out of the ground.
Go! Go now!
Don't hold anything back.
And be mindful of the voices that
Be
they speak.
mindful of the voices
They speak the truth.
He finally gains control over his new powers. I hate that the mouse keeps resetting like that.
It's in here somewhere. I've seen it. I've seen. Are you familiar with the butterfly effect? It asserts that just a tiny change in initial conditions can dramatically change the long-term behavior of a system, like a butterfly's wings affecting the weather system, turning a light breeze into a tsunami. Most people take this to mean there's no way to predict or find patterns in a system so easily affected by tiny, random, seemingly insignificant events. But chaos theory is not about chaos. It's about order. It's about finding the underlying order in apparently random data. In chaos. In other words, chaos isn't. Chaos isn't. There's always order. Always. That order is what the dragon chases relentlessly. What they're doing is experimentation. They are testing the systems. They breeding butterflies so that they can discern the patterns. The more random data they introduce to the system, the more data they get back. They're creating a model of the universe, one tsunami at a time. But this is a controlled experiment. So the dragon ensures that with every tiny random change, they remain in complete control. They are ruthless planners. And what they're doing, what they're planning, is acts of... In a way, they are terrorists. Except their acts of terror are small, seemingly without consequence. They don't blow up buildings or planes. They don't murder the innocent. They don't have a doctrine. What they are doing is a lot more subtle, a lot more effective. They now have enough data in their models now to predict causality, at least to some degree. They put you somewhere, they have a good idea what's going to happen. That's what it's all about. Why you've been brought here to Seoul. I'm sure you're asking yourself, why me? Why now? It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters now is that you've been brought here because they want you here. They need you here. Everything from the moment they visited you until this conversation, it may seem like a series of coincidences, random events. Carefully planned. Part of a model they've designed. Part of a system. It's an experiment, don't you see? Everything has a purpose. Everything is true. Sooner or later, they all go upstairs.
All of whom? Who was the young man that just left the upstairs? And why am I inevitably going to go up? Scary demon arm.
You're shy. Shy, confused, lost. You're not lost anymore. The dragon found you. And now, you found me. Everything happens for a reason. Every event, no matter how small, has consequences. They will ask you to do things, and most of the time, you will not know why. or what the consequences may be. It is the curse of the dragon. We do not know why we do what we do, but we do it regardless, because they tell us it is right. From chaos, there is order. Order and clarity. The one moment of absolute clarity comes in that brief exhalation of ecstasy. When our minds are empty, we are receptive to the truth. Most of the time, you will not understand their reasons. You will not be able to see the consequences of your actions. But there is one event you must understand. One truth. It's my job to help you see it.
Very risque. The dragon, much like its other sibling organizations, is a very seductive place.
It's all
seductive
shut down.
group.
Kaiden Show, everything. From the park to Arachi Tower.
SDF quarantine. Good news for Tokyo, bad news for us.
I thought the dragon thrived on chaos.
Someone once told me the Illuminati had all the answers.
They're saying a bomb. It's never just a bomb.
Something worse. Something that brought the filth with it.
So we fight. That's what us Templars do.
I enjoy a good fight, it's just these trousers are bloody velvet.
Sarah! Thank Gaia!
Speciality Spotlight. Assault Rifle. How to use the grenade launcher. Grenades can be used to devastate your foes or restore your allies. These power abilities have a chance to generate a grenade. When a grenade has cooked for at least 3 seconds, its effect will be significantly increased. However, if a grenade is not launched within 6 seconds, it will explode, harming you.
Interesting. Never used the assault rifle before. I typically only use magic. And that's my goal eventually. I'll be switching off of this thing, but good to learn it at least. Ugh, do I have to? Fire a draining blast of energy at your target. The drained energy heals your defensive target, additionally for 0.5% of the damage dealt. If your anima allocation is at least 51% healing, this ability cannot glance. And when your target has a dungeon reflect shield active, it will not damage the target and will instead heal your defensive target for 10. Huh. Interesting. So that's why these are healer abilities.
see if they got in there.
It's gone viral so fast. If this gets out into Tokyo... It doesn't. We stop it here, whatever it takes.
Let's do this. Take it like all the other occult disasters, right?
We really have to stop meeting like this.
Don't let it get on you. Don't even breathe in. Reacting to us. Like it knows we're coming.
It's a cancer. Cancer doesn't know you're coming, it just is. New plan. Fight chaos with chaos. Keep the bastards at a distance, then take them out.
That's your plan?
Well, it's a plan.
You've got points, Sarah.
Incoming!
But I want to go over there. There's a shiny. Well, maybe I'll eventually come back to this place. Who knows? I surely don't.
We're gonna need to use some heavier powers. Don't hold back, right?
I was pacing myself.
Listen, Sarah. You have to find Zuberi. We'll hold them here. Make a stand.
Oh, it won't let me. Alright, fine. Oh, there it is. I've forgotten how to check the, Ah, there we go. Legends. Initiate cephalopod signal. Initiate Cuddle Inc. frequency. Initiate the Chernobyl syntax. Initiate the Eel Mucus lexicon. Flip the Ace of Ruin. witness the filth.
Cavalry has arrived. Even where the filth corrupts, Gaia's power endures. Take it into yourself. Breathe it out. Will this broken body mended? Good. But even Gaia will be tested by what is to come.
Making a stand wasn't working out.
Yeah, about that. This ain't looking much better, to be honest.
Now is not the time for argument.
Told you he would say that.
Well done!
Something's coming out of the ground.
What the bloody hell is that thing?
Watch out! The gate's opening!
Oh.
They're not stopping!
And they will not stop. This is all to hold us back.
Top marks for effort.
Someone has to push through. This confusion may be all the time we have.
Someone? Go! Go! Look out! It's all coming down!
You must leave now. They are asking for you. I'm sorry you had to see. I'm sorry.
Oh, this is one of my favorite parts. I love this introductory sequence to the dragon group.
Take this. Our age's instrument of chaos. The flash mob, the riot, the anonymous source, the grainy videos of atrocity. We shall be in contact. Do not stop!
Initializing field performance module. DNA encoding recognized. Syncing. Sync complete. Field performance module online.
This house is shelter from the coming storm. In time, it too will be swept away, as will we all. Until that time, this is a place where your choices need not have consequence. In this house, we stand apart from the fabric of the world. In this martial silence, meditate on what you are, what you will become. Ask yourself if you seek to master a single talent or become adept with many. Know that the dragon will rearrange itself around you. In adaptability, we find strength. There will always be change. Return here whenever you wish.
Huh. I guess it's not happening yet? This is different from what I remember. Or maybe it's in a different room? Perhaps? Yeah, there we go. I suppose it's this one. Yeah.
Welcome to the Dragon. Sorry about the rough handling. Time's short and we don't have the luxury of a soft landing. I'm Bong Cha. I'm the voice of the Dragon. You don't speak with the child. You don't speak with the monks. You speak with me. You get your instructions from me. That's how it works. Are we clear? We believe in free will, within boundaries. I'm gonna set those boundaries for you, and then it's up to you to make your own choices. We all have a role to play, and we're all part of the dragon. The head, the mouth, the claws and fire. Even the dust and debris swept along in our wake. We're all part of the equation, the reality disruption. We're agents of chaos, and we do what needs to be done to shape the future. We do what is necessary. At this moment, new systems are forming on Solomon Island. Think of it like the weather. A storm is brewing, and you're the butterfly. You need to flap your wings. Add another chaotic event to the mix. Aside from our rivals on the council, no one's getting in or out of Solomon Island. The only road is through Agartha, and your kind has the right-of-way in there. There are predictions, models. But even if I did show them to you, you wouldn't have a clue how to read them. Trust us to know where you'll be useful, where you'll be able to disrupt and add discord. The Templars and the Illuminati are racing to unlock the secrets of Solomon Island. We could wait and let them tear each other apart, but there are designs, models, awaiting new data, fresh agitators, acts of gentle terror. It's time to leave.
And so, the story takes us to our first mission. She made mention of my kind, and not sure if you took the hint from the initial sequence, but when my character swallowed that bee in his sleep, there was something supernatural to it that converted me into one of the representatives, avatars of Gaia, the spirit of the earth. And where I'm headed now is a spiritual realm between planes of existence known as Agartha. It connects all physical planes on Earth, I suppose. It's a nexus of time and space. If I'm not mistaken, it's Nordic legends that tell of the World Tree.
Hello? Yes? Now this is the Hollow Earth, Agartha. I do hope you're not here for the local service. It's running somewhat tardy. And by my watch, it's 100 years overdue at 1/4 the hour. Judging from the cut of you, you're more of a world traveler. Well, you've come to the right place. Now, this underground realm, like the great British rail system, is the very model of efficiency. Agartha's thoroughfares sprout from the Tree of Life and connect back to the surface. Distance and time bend in here. Why, you can cross the globe in a brisk walk. Now, of course, it's perfectly safe. And no one's entirely sure how it works. Quite bedeviled, the science boffins, but I'm assured they have their top men on it. Top men. Now, you'll need one of these. Mind your fingers. Thank you. Fascinating devices. Fortunately, there's still enough to hand out like sweets. Consider it your anchor to the Hollow Earth. It can return you here in a flash, proverbially and quite literally. Well then, onwards to the New England coast, what?
It's a Solomon Island off the coast of New England.
I suppose one day my services will no longer be required to man... Come along, come along.
Oh. Ugh. I've always hated when dialogue gets interrupted. The world tree, the tree of life. This is Agartha. Oh, it's so cute. Look at it toddle off. Okay, off to Kingsmouth Town.
Promoted. Faction rank increased. New rank, the receptive.
This is an anima well. Anima wells are these almost like portals. Think of them as geysers from which sprout and spout energies of life. Anima. If I were to literally die, the soul could be siphoned through an anima well and restore me.
Oh, don't worry, kid. You haven't gone back in time. I just happen to be the last of the cowboys. Got your southern welcome right here. Mesquite beans, Texas style. Good ought to face evil on a full stomach. Name's Boone. I'm a troubleshooter. You and I need to have a little powwow before you go shooting for trouble. Now, chaos theory is all well and good in theory, but what we're dealing with here is chaos in practice. And what'll a dragon make of that? Sure, you can be divided in purpose, but we gotta stand united against darkness. This ain't my first rodeo. I know we're gonna need all the unity we can get. Don't mean to say you stepped into hell, but when the wind blows west, you can just about smell the brimstone. All we know is death and fog came from the sea, or someone brought it back with them. If I was a gambling man, I'd put money on that someone still being around. Bunch of survivors holed up in Kingsmouth Town. Follow that main road and the sound of gunfire, you'll come to the sheriff's office. Kid, whatever your reasons for being here, you find out what those people died for, and you bring a reckoning.
I love him. He's one of my favorite characters in this game. Jack Boone is such an awesome guy.
I come from the South. The real old South. My partner Wolf and I ride for a higher authority. You need to know us. You don't know us. We got a whole lot to learn
Is he not willing to talk to me? What did I do wrong? Did I break the game already? No matter.
This forest crawls. Gets my fingers itching for two matters. One, the other, figuring out a way to keep them down. It ain't right the way the dead walk the earth. They deserve their 6 feet, same as everyone else. I've sworn to keeping guard here, and you've got places to be. Nothing's stopping you from culling the herd as you go. Hell, figure out what makes them tick and how to make that ticking stop, and I'll buy you a beer at the apocalypse. So go on, kid. Saddle up. The end of the world waits for no man.
Let's kill some zombies.
I come from the south. Real old south.
Is he gonna talk to me?
My partner Wolf and I ride for a higher authority. When you need to know us, you'll know us. You got a whole lot to learn about the secret world first, kid. And when you're all learned up, then you gotta understand what you learn.
There we go. Now he'll talk to me. Yay!
Kinda like peeling the layers off an onion. Probably be as much weeping involved too. Won't lie to you. Won't talk down to you neither. You and me are the same. I'm just more experienced is all. And experience don't count for much these days. We've been stretched out thin as gauze. We need all the cool heads and steady hands we can get. Thought I had a measure of the absolute darkness in this world. The darkness waiting its turn, patient as all hell to come through. Turns out I was wrong. So, guess we both got some learning.
What about Solomon Island? What can you tell me, Boone?
Too much going wrong for such a little island. But this is how it always starts. As I've borne witness more times than I care to remember. Begins with a single act. Usually someone being damn stupid, damn greedy, or both. Let me tell you, kid, that kind is the worst kind.
The one that's stupid and greedy.
And it just piles on and piles on. And once that cellar door's open, ain't no one wedging the damn thing shut again. You won't find ordinary people in a place like Solomon Island. They've all been touched. Because, see, here's the thing about the secret world. It's the kind of secret that spreads. The kind that sticks. Hell, that's how myth and legend got going. On a whisper. Passed door to door, going viral. Mighty dangerous things to get into people's heads. That's why most myths are 99% warning. Yeah, about as effective as the ones they slap on a packet of smoke.
Yep.
Sign of the times to see your people back in circulation. The dragon. You play your cards with one hell of a poker face, and then the casino goes up in smoke, and you were never there. Coincidence. The other societies are pissing in their pants. You know that, don't you? Afraid of what you might mean. That all the empires they've been building up brick by brick for centuries gonna mean squat in the end. Could be you're right, but hell, I never wrap my head around chaos theory. Even if what happened here Well, you listen, kid, I ain't here to pass no judgment. Find the measure yourself. If it should match up with the company you keep, well, then I tip my hat to you. Society is what keeps us apart from the dark.
In other words, no matter who you work for, it's those who keep close to you that matter the most. One way or the other. Come on now. I also love the atmospheric music in the background. It adds a lot of tension to this environment. Police station. Oh yeah, there's Sandy.
There's nothing like the confines of a cubicle or a packed subway to give a man perspective. I was so caught up in the grind of office politics and the endless hunt for affirmation and money, I didn't realize I was getting sick. Friend, I was no more alive than those things out there. And a sight less mobile. The disease that grew inside me was as black as theirs. Freedom lies in being bold, said Robert Frost. So, I boldly quit my job and traded my rent-controlled apartment on Christopher Street for a vintage Harley and an old poncho. Found my salvation in the open road, and I haven't looked back since.
That's all well and good, but how'd you survive? On the kindness of others?
In the open country, you learn to be prepared for whatever the land throws your way. Faced with the elements, you gain a new appreciation and respect for nature. You come to accept how small and insignificant you truly are.
Yep.
Nature is neither good or evil. It just is. There's nothing natural about the storm that rolled in on Solomon Island, or the fog that followed. It was evil in that fog, whispering to everyone in its path. The townsfolk followed the fog back into the sea, as if possessed. It was Deputy Gardner, Andy, saved my life. He grabbed hold of me when the fog got into my head, tied a rope around us both, kept walking the other way. It was like the whispers didn't get to him. When I finally got my wits back, the fog had rolled back out again to where it is now. We shook hands, and we started looking for survivors and building this fortress. That man saved my life, selflessly. And I'd go to the ends of the world and back for Andy. I don't think I'll ever win him over, though. Living on the razor's edge of society, your eyes open up to the possibility that there's something more to this world. Something most people are too blind or too preoccupied to notice. Even if it's right under their noses. It has been all along. I only noticed small things at first. Roads that appeared and disappeared. Folks who traveled by way of gates drawn in chalk on brick walls. Houses bigger on the inside than on the outside. Magic trinkets sold at yard sales. Street shamans capable of taking out the cancer inside you. But it wasn't until I found myself face to face with werewolves in New Orleans that I realized there's a secret war going on. After that, I couldn't escape it. I saw signs and sigils everywhere. I met recruiters for the Templars, Illuminati, and the Dragon. They all seemed to think I'd make a useful operative. I tell them I'd take no sides, and that I'd be little use to them. But the United Against Darkness thing I can get behind. We're all in this together, and we've all got work to do. Andy and Helen, Deputy Gardner, Sheriff Bannerman, they're the reason I stayed behind when I could have just gone. I know the secret roads. I know how to ride out of here, through places the fog can't touch. But folks like them and the rest of the survivors here in Kingsmouth deserve better. I'm not putting you on the spot here, friend. I know you got other places to be, other wars to fight. Which is why it's doubly important I stay behind. There's an honesty and an innocence to these people. And they genuinely know and care about one another. Of course, I can't claim total selflessness. My heart's gone soft for Andy. And even if he'll never feel the same way for me, as long as this heart's beating, I won't let any harm come to him.
Ah, that's so beautiful.
I've spent the better part of 2 decades on the road, my friend. And I've learned that there's not a loose bolt these hands can't tighten, not a broken transmission they cannot fix. You give me a handful of nails and some wood, and I'll build you a house. When the undead came marching up Main Street just a day or 2 after the fog pulled back, we did our best to prepare for the worst. Andy and me. With the help of the rest of the good folk here, built ourselves something better than a house. We built a castle. It won't hold forever, but as long as we're breathing, as long as we believe in salvation, with or without help from the likes of you, we will walk tall and stand firm.
Hell yeah. Such beautiful characters in this game. Poor guy, and he fell in love with Andy. Tale as old as time, right? What this? Oh, cool. Okay. They're both medallions, but that one's faded and this one is luminous. Well, I can use it as an upgrade material, surely.
You spooked the heck out of me, and I figured I was fresh out of scares.
Oh, I've got to level up some more. Darn. And hold the phone. Now I can probably level up enough. Hopefully. There we go. Your report about the habits of the dead is interesting. It appears they can be lured like dogs, but unlike dogs, they show no signs of learning the lessons of the whip. Use this to your advantage. If a tactic is effective, be merciless. Their biology is curious. No heartbeat, no flow of blood, and no evidence of brain activity. So how will you know when the dead are really dead? You will simply know. Ooh.
Heck if I know where you folks keep coming from, but anyone who walks through that door alive pretty much gets my amnesty. Something in your past colors you sourly to a badge, I'd ask you to call it quits in return. We agreeable? Well then, I'm Sheriff Bannerman, and this down-home little state of emergency is what's left of my jurisdiction. Sure, we tried to hold as much of the town as we could at first. More out of nostalgia than any civil defense plan. I won't tell you Kingsmouth was a slice of heaven in a snow globe, but it was ours. Now it ain't. There was always something running under in this town. Maybe what's spilled out now. If that's how it works, I couldn't say hand on heart we didn't have it coming. But that fog, and the things in it, they didn't pick and choose when they came in. Most folks didn't stand a chance. Now, I can see you're armed. I won't kick up any fuss about that. Straight truth is, you'll need to be. Just don't go thinking that means you're deputized as such. Heaven knows if there was ever a time and a place for the right to bear 'em, you're looking at it. Henry has his word of God, that Roger woman has her crystal ball, and Norma out on the point's got a 12 gauge. My money's on Norma.
I love Norma. Delightful.
Well, hey. Well, sure wasn't in our yearly budget to put the town under martial law. No, the good old boys on the council were all about thrifty spending, at least above the table. So I squirreled away where I could for some surveillance equipment. Police business, sure, let's call it civic awareness. I'm talking your webcams, your motion sensors. Oh, don't look so surprised. Kingsmouth might be out in the sticks, but we have electricity and everything. Water and tourist season. Come back when this whole damn mess is blown over. I'll give you the tour far as the old lighthouse. But, to get to the point of it, seems to me we should bring that gear out of mothballs and get it hooked up around town. Gives me some early warning and the others a break from my collection of Jeopardy reruns.
Right, the phone book. Well, the mess begins. I wonder if that counted. Oh, he's dragon too. Good taste. That's nice. Hopefully he sees the message. It'd be nice to have someone to play with. I think I'll take a break now. Well, to everyone watching, both present and future, thanks for being here. Till next time.